श्रुतिसूक्तरुचिरमाला शतशास्त्रसूत्रमूला ऋषिवार्यचिन्तनीया सुरभारती सुरम्या श्रीरामकृष्णलीला जनहृदयहरणशीला इह पुष्पिताति दिव्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या इह निरुपमा कवीन्द्रा देवोपमा मुनीन्द्रा त्रैलोक्यवन्दनीया सुरभारती सुरम्या यो भारतस्य महिमा भुवि गर्जति गरिमा तज्जन्मदाति पुण्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या सुरभारती सुरम्या इयममितसुगुणधन्या इयमखिलविबुधमान्या सुहिताय सेवनीया सुरभारती सुरम्या 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 सुरभारती सुरम्या.
सर्वेभ्यो नमो नमः. आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत है आज के इस सत्र में. आई वेलकम एवरीबडी फॉर टुडे सेशन. सर्वप्रथमम शिबिर गीतम. पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्. संस्कृतस्य प्रसाराय नैजं सर्वं ददाम्यहम्. संस्कृतस्य सदा भक्तो वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्. संस्कृतस्य कृते जीवन् संस्कृतस्य कृते यजन् आत्मानमाहुतं मन्ये वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्. सर्वेभ्यो नमो नमः. आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत है आज के इस सत्र में. आई वेलकम एवरीबडी फॉर टुडेज वर्कशॉप, टुडेज क्लास. And as yesterday we had seen one video, today we saw another video. These are the two videos which are important related to our subject. Yesterday, Sare Jahan Se Acha, that famous song, was being sung in Sanskritam by very well-known playback singer, or rather a singer, and he is Mr. Ranjan, rather Dr. Ranjan. And he is very famous, very great personality by itself. It is nothing, I am not criticizing him in any way. But when he was singing, if you close your eyes, you will definitely feel that the person who is singing the song, जो गाना गा रहे हैं, वो व्यक्ति शायद उड़ीसा के हैं, बंगाल के हैं या असम के हैं. You can immediately make out. Why so? Because there was a local accent that was mixing with the Sanskritam. But today we saw this song by Gabriela. She is a very well-known personality. I know her personally as well. So, very well-known personality. She's genius. She talks only in Sanskritam, but she is not of Indian origin. अगर आप आंखें बंद कर दे, you will be surprised if you close your eyes and listen to her. And when you open your eyes, you will find Gabriela, who is not of Indian origin, and you will be surprised. Why so? Because her pronunciations are very perfect. There is no accent mixing. So here it is the importance whenever you are speaking Sanskrit, you have to keep the right ucharana, pronunciation, of the phonetics rather, of the alphabets, which are very, very important as far as Sanskritam is concerned. Now, yesterday we saw, let us start with our topic. And yesterday we had finished with this thing, Swaraha. We had not actually completed it. So, a fast recap we will have. So, here it was Varnamala. Broadly, yani mota moti, I'm sorry, I'm continuously talking in English. There are people who are with हिंदी में भी बोलूंगा वर्णमाला. तो हमने कल वर्णमाला देखी थी, लेकिन वो पूरा नहीं हुआ था. वर्णमाला अभी भी शेष है. जैसे कि हमने कल पढ़ा था वर्णमाला, इसके दो मुख्य विभाजन है. देयर आर टू मेजर डिविजन्स. वन इज स्वराहा, अदर इज व्यंजनानि. सो we did swaraha yesterday. So let us have a fast recap. Swaraha, swa rajante te swaraha. The alphabets which are complete by itself, which are independent by itself, come under the category called swaraha. It was made clear. So yesterday we saw this swaraha again, like a, I, u, ru, rlu, a, I, o, au, ah. Now, these 15 alphabets were again subdivided into 4 segments. That was Rasva Swaraha, short pronunciation, and the sound is short. A, I, u, ru, urlu. Once again, I, u, ru, urlu. Rasva Swaraha, yani Alpaswas. Yani what we call it, Alpaswas, yani short alphabets. Thereafter, Dirgha Swaraha, they are long, ye bada hai, yani Dirgha Swas, Alpaswas, Dirgha Swas. I, U, Ru, A, I, U, Ru. These are Dirgha, they are long. Okay. Thereafter, the third category was Sanyukta Swaraha, when 2 different vowels coming together to create another independent vowel. That was Sanyukta, means combining. दोनों को जोड़ते हैं, संयुक्त करते हैं, 2 स्वरों को. तो they were A, I, O, Au. Thereafter, the fourth category was Ayogvaha. In Ayogvaha, we saw there are 2 alphabets in Ayogvaha, जैसे कि A plus that dot. अब वो जो dot दिखता है, अनुस्वार. Actually, अनुस्वार has a sound. And what is the sound of अनुस्वार? Half m, means That is the sound of this anuswar, Ayogvaha. And the second category coming under Ayogvaha was Visarga. And that double dot. That double dot has a sound, as we saw yesterday, and that is half ha, adha ha. For example, how it is pronounced? Like ka. It is akaram. Ka. Ka. With ka, this becomes ha. But that ha, hati, heart, that ha is ha. So how can you create that thing? Simply, you have to stop in inside your mouth. आपको अंदर गले में ही उसको रोक देना है. क, ह, कह. How you pronounce it? कह, कह. Similarly, का के साथ जुड़ता है तो that विसर्ग sound becomes हा. Because it is का, आकारांत है, तो this becomes का, हा, का, हा. तो हा in bracket हा. तो कैसे करेंगे? का, हा, का, हा, कह, का, हा, कह, का, हा. And the third was ईकारा, यानी ई से जुड़ता था. तो ई, when दीर्घ ई, तो this became he. Now this he, half, तो नी, ही, नी, ही. क है तो की ही. Here it is na. I have taken the example, that is न, ही, half. तो he नहीं, he is complete, he is half. तो नी ही, ये हमने देखे थे. There were 4 categories as far as we have seen. Now there is one more sub division. But sir, there are no alphabets remaining. Yes, because the स्वर चार्ट, जो चार्ट है स्वर का, वो कंप्लीट हो चुका. तो 5th कैटेगरी कहां से आई? It is very interesting, and generally this is not used as far as spoken Sanskritam is concerned. There are few words with this effect, but there are not major of them, and they are called Puluta. Puluta is one of the beautiful category. Here, when a के साथ number 3, yes, that is Devanagari number 3 after a. First it is English 3, number 3. Thereafter it is Devanagari number 3. So it becomes how? What is the sound? Extended by one breath. एक श्वास से उसको बढ़ाना है, एक मात्रा से उसको बढ़ानी है, यानी आ, that is the sound. There are rules for this. What is the rule? Number 1, Plut is applied only to the vowels. केवल स्वर के साथ Plut लगता है, व्यंजन के साथ नहीं लगेगा, केवल स्वर के साथ. तो यहाँ पे number 1 condition. Number 2 condition is it is only number 3, never number 4, never number 5, never number 6. And only number 3 is attached. तो क्या बना? आ. Similarly, if we go ahead with E, so one is short E, E, Plut, E Plut. क्या कहेंगे? प्लुता, E Pluta, E. Another example is these both alphabets were dirgha, means they were long by itself. Means rasva, E, rasva, E. Now it is attached even with the rasva swara. जैसे कि O is rasva, वो शॉर्ट है, तो O के साथ number 3 O. And the wonderful example of this O is this one, which we all know, O. Now, what is written that O and Ardha Chandra? That is the Vedic spelling. Vedic Sanskrit ki spelling. It is a complete spelling. But in Vedic Sanskritam, it is written in Vedic Sanskritam. Now, all the alphabets of Vedic Sanskritam were not adopted in Devanagari. यानी देवनागरी में सभी वैदिक संस्कृत के अक्षरों को लिया नहीं था. कोई, यानी इसमें से कोई चीजें आपको बीच में दिखेगी. That I will be telling you. But here, जो पहला ओमकार जो दिखता है, that ओमकार is the both are right. दोनों सही है, both are right. But one is in Vedic Sanskritam यानी वैदिक संस्कृत में लिखा गया है, और दूसरा जो है वो देवनागरी में लिखा गया है. सो व्हाट इज द साउंड? ओ प्लुत म फलन, यानी हाफ. म इज हाफ. तो ओम, 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 that is the sound. In yoga abhyas and all that, we definitely learn that there are things like, long oh, but that is for the breath control and all breath exercises. That has nothing to do with omkar. If it is omkar, it is o plut ma ha. ये actual spelling है. Many of you all might be knowing about Arya Samaj. दयानंद सरस्वती जी ने जो बनाया था आर्य समाज. That Arya Samaj is they write is the Devanagari Om. O Plut Ma Halan. You can Google after the classes how they write Om. They don't write the Vedic spelling. They write the Devanagari spelling, and that is Om, Om, Om. That is the right sound. Now, with this is the fifth category. Yani here, let us take this chart. Svara divided into 5 different categories. Rasva, which has alphabets A, I, U, Ru, Ru. Dirgha, A, I, U, Ru, Rushi. Sanyukta, that was combined. So, Sanyukta Swara. A, I, U, Au. Ayogvah, ah, and Plutha. ओम. यहाँ पे ओम का पाता, ये आ दिया है मैंने. आ, आ. That is the sound. Am I clear, my dear friends? Now here all the categories are finishing. लेकिन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज आपको बता रहा हूँ. There is one more very interesting cheese that I want to share with you. Have you seen Ayogvah? Most of the people must be doing the yoga abhyas, है ना? योगा अभ्यास करते हैं. योगा अभ्यास जो करते हैं वहां पे you will find it whenever you are saying it is giving a Brahmari effect. It is giving a Brahmari effect. And similarly with Visarga, we are having what? With Visarga, when you say Kapalbhati. Yes. The language itself is scientific. ये वैज्ञानिक भाषा है और महर्षि पाणिनि ने रचा था. अन्य हमारे ऋषिगण बहुत सारे कंट्रीब्यूशन है. There are many ऋषि मुनीस who have contributed in Sanskrit. But that same Panini has given you yoga abhyas also for your physical fitness and Sanskritam for your internal fitness. तो ये बहुत ही scientific language है. But then you have to pronounce it in the right way. अगर pronounce आप सही तरह से नहीं कर रहे हो, तो then you are making a mistake. But sir, you say that Gabriela was singing that song. There were many words having visarga, but she never pronounced any visarga. Yes. In songs, गानों में, whenever you are singing, वहां पे visarga you can omit. You have liberty to omit visarga in song when you are singing it. But when you are talking, you have to be very careful. Okay? Am I clear, I suppose? Here we have completed with Swaraha. Now, the second part we are going to start with this thing is Vyanjanani, consonants. But before we start, shall I take the whole thing? Because it is a scientific language, I have to explain you everything scientifically. बहुत ही जरूरी है. Scientifically, I have to give you the explanation about how the alphabets were formed. Alphabets are not just sanket. It is not just only symbols, but it is particular sound, frequency, vibration. Whatever you speak, whichever language you speak, has a frequency. You love people who talking in English with the right pronunciation and right punctuation and everything. Their lectures are very impressive, very clear. But then, similarly, the effect of every alphabet automatically gives you the effect in Sanskrit. तो इसीलिए कहा जाता है to learn Sanskritam, it can be helpful for understanding even other languages. That's the reason if you are the Sanskrit Sambhashit person, if you can talk in Sanskritam, I challenge you, any language that you learn internationally, your communication will be very impressive. Why? Because you know the value of the sound, the frequency. So, very well we know about a theory that is Dr. Einstein, E is equal to mc square. Energy is equal to mass into velocity square, as far as energy is concerned. But the same thing is applied even in physics and even in various segments of physics and in other scientific way. But we are going to talk is about the frequency of energy. So what is the energy? E is energy. E is equal to mc square. यानी mass into velocity square. The best example I tell you, if you are standing near a road, आप रास्ता क्रॉस करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, हाँ, you are trying to cross the road, but you are waiting for the signal. Okay, तो traffic चल रहा है, the traffic is moving, and you are standing safely, and suddenly a car passes at the speed of say 100 kilometers per hour. शम करके सामने से चली जाती है. You are safe, but you obviously go backwards a little bit. And the air that you feel is little warm air. What is that? What is that? See, there are two air that is touching your skin. One is the displacement of the wind. When the object is moving, there is a displacement of the wind. यानी हवा का चीरते हुए, हवा को चीरते हुए निकलता है, तो वो हवा का एक ऊर्जा होती है and एक काइनेटिक ऊर्जा होती है. That is called kinetic energy. Because of the motion of the vehicle, there is a warmthness. और वो एनर्जी का मेजरमेंट क्या होगा? इट इज इन हर्ट्स. तो ये एक मामूली सा आपको फील होता है. Say for example, it is 1000 kg is the weight of the vehicle moving at 100 kilometers per hour into 100 means 100 square. That amount that you get is the energy that is displayed around that car, out of which a fraction has touched your body. उसमें से थोड़ा सा भाग आपको टच किया और उसमें इतनी उष्णता आपको फील होती है. Just imagine, my dear friends, the earth is moving, rotating as well as revolving around the sun. There are two motions happening. दो तरह की गति होती है. एक तो अपने आप में घूमता है और सूर्य की परिक्रमा करता है. Because of that, how much energy, what will be the quantity of energy that must be around the earth? But because of the gravitational force and because of other reasons, that is Dr. Einstein himself has explained very deeply, and that is creating a bow effect, and due to that, that energy starts coming towards the earth. पृथ्वी की तरफ आकर्षित होते हैं, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता पृथ्वी की तरफ आते हैं. ये हर ढांचा जो होता है वो एक एटमॉस्फेयर का लेयर. सो इट कम्स passes through different layers of atmosphere and then it enters it touches our body. In other words, to tell you another way, the simple way to explain you is, electricity whenever you are moving on a highway, ये सब चीजों का संस्कृत से क्या लेना देना है? My dear friends, pay your attention. आपने कभी सोचा नहीं होगा कि संस्कृत के क्लास में हम लोग फिजिक्स पढ़ेंगे, बट टू टीच यू scientific, because it is a scientific language. You cannot teach you science without science. If I have to teach you physics, I cannot teach you physics without physics. आप बोलो फिजिक्स मत सिखाओ लेकिन फिजिक्स सिखाओ, पॉसिबल है क्या? गणित सिखाइए लेकिन गणित मत लीजिए. Is it possible? No. When it is a scientific language, I have to prove it scientifically as well. Now coming to our subject is, say for example, you are moving on a highway or you are traveling by train. आप हाईवे से जा रहे हैं या ट्रेन से गुजर रहे हैं, आपने बड़े बड़े खंभों पे एक हाई टेंशन वायर्स को देखा होगा मूविंग अराउंड. ये शुरू कहां से होता है? फ्रॉम वेयर इट इज स्टार्टिंग? फ्रॉम द पावर हाउस. इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द पावर हाउस. फ्रॉम दैट पावर हाउस दे आर कॉल्ड ट्रांसमिशन टावर. एक्चुअली क्या है? दैट ट्रांसमिशन टावर is actually electricity transport system, because electricity that is generated, it is in energy form. It is in the form of energy. It is not electricity directly, but energy. But that energy, when it comes into the contact of a particular circuit, then it is converted into electric energy. So ये जो energy, it is a transport system. So that is called transmission. It is not transport. You are not transporting. Transporting यानी कंटेनर या बॉक्स में आप अगर ट्रांसपोर्ट कर रहे हो तो that is transporting. But this is transmission. It is a continuous process on the wire. So it is a transmission. And this transmission wire, they touch down when it comes near a city or district or taluka or I would say small part. They are attached with the substation. ये सबस्टेशन बेसिकली क्या करता है? दिस हाई टेंशन जो वोल्टेज रहता है वायर में, दैट इज रिड्यूस्ड. इट इज रिड्यूस्ड. इन अदर वर्ड्स, such substations are also called step down grid. पावर ग्रिड होती है, उसमें स्टेप डाउन ग्रिड है. इट रिड्यूसेस द एनर्जी. Then, with that reduced energy, again it is transported in your area. Distribution शुरू होता है in your city and all that. And in your area, you will find a local area transformers. You cannot see all these things in the metropolitan city, but in villages and many other taluka level, you will find it near your house. There are transformers. We are all knowing about it. So that transformer is attached with that power supply. Again, this transformer is a step down grid by itself. वो अपने आप में ऊर्जा कम करता है, और वो जो ऊर्जा कम करते हैं, that energy which is reduced is passed through your meter and into your house. That's the reason you receive is the voltage of 220 ranging between 220 to 260 volts. तो ये जो voltage, that is not the distribution. Distribution is very high. When it starts from the powerhouse, it is very high. But at every level, it is reduced. It is reduced. It is reduced. So that energy that you receive is usable. इससे आप उसका उपयोग कर सकते हैं. Say for example, this transformer is distributing power to industrial area. So according to the requirement of the industry, 400 volts वगैरह, वो जो भी है उनको किलोवाट चाहिए, that power is supplied to them. So accordingly, that high machines also work. इस तरह से, this is very clear. And you all might be surprised, I think so. Electric engineering in Sanskritam, yes, it is required. Now, as I said, the earth is moving layer to layer. It is coming towards the earth. ऊर्जा जो है वो अंतरिक्ष से लेकर from the space, it is entering the atmosphere. Every layer of the atmosphere is a step down grid. It reduces the intensity of the energy. And as it comes, it is the atmosphere in which we survive. It is roughly said around 11 kilometers from the surface to around 15 kilometers above. That is the surface. वो जो gap है, that is atmosphere. And in when it enters the atmosphere, that energy is responsible for vegetation, for water bodies, for animals, for we as a human being, for plantation, everything around. It is distributing according to the requirement. So now, as we say, human beings, हम मनुष्य हैं. Let us talk about ourselves. So when it is coming towards us, every layer, there are many layers. These layers are called aura chakra. Aura, human aura. आपको पता है? Every aura has its own circle. Every aura circle before your body, आपके शरीर के बाहर की तरफ, outside your body, it is the step down grid by itself. It is reducing the power. It is reducing the energy. It is reducing the energy till the time it touches you. Till the time it touches you, and it touches to Sahasrara. It enters, the energy that is entering yourself is Sahasrara. And through Sahasrara, then it goes downwards. Every chakra, all the 7 chakra inside your body and around 67 chakra outside your body, they are all step down grid of the energy. तो ये सहस्त्रा से लेकर नीचे की तरफ, it goes downwards, it travels downwards. Every chakra by itself is a step down grid. Is a step down grid. Am I clear? Now they are grid. Now this grid are attached with local area transformers. And in human body, there are the local area transformer is from your forehead till your throat. ये जो जगह है, when it is, I am talking is about speaking. Whenever you are communicating, voice, the energy that is converted into sound, that energy, to convert that energy into sound, there are local area transformer between your forehead to your throat. Let us analyze. So every alphabet, tomorrow evening, tomorrow we are having classes, okay? Tomorrow only Saturday is there, but tomorrow I have to finish this topic. And from Monday onwards, and next week onwards, every Saturday, Sunday will be holiday. Okay? Now, this all the 7 chakras, I will be giving you total details of all the alphabets that fall under this step down grid, and which is attached to a particular, what we call it, local area transformer. Shall we start, my dear friends? I hope काफी बोरिंग तो नहीं हुआ आप लोगों को, हाँ? नहीं तो कल इससे भी कम लोग दिखाई देंगे. They will say, "अरे यार, what is this? We never thought about all." And don't worry, it is not only electrical engineering. आगे जाके we will learn about cooking also. Cooking is also a science, isn't it? So when it is science, it is related to Sanskrit. If अगर विज्ञान है, तो उसका सीधा संबंध संस्कृत के साथ है. So आगे चलते हैं. Now let us understand the second part is, now this energy frequency, yes, I am sorry, this frequency is measured by Hertz. Here Hertz is the measurement. Like measurement होता है, like we buy vegetables, it is in kilogram, liquid in liters, pounds, kilogram, pound, वगैरह जो, they are the unit of measurement. Miles, kilometer, they are the unit of measurement. So this frequency, or rather frequency as well as vibration, is measured by Hertz. Dr. Hertz, a German scientist, he had found out this thing, and he had created a machine. And that machine was called Hertz meter. So it is measured with the Hertz. What is the Hertz? Hertz, HZ, it is just a kilogram, is represented by kg. Here it is represented by HZ. Stands for Hertz. This is the standard unit of measurement for frequency. Frequency means how many times a repeating event or wave cycle happens in 1 second. Only in 1 second, the number of times the cycle turns, it is considered the Hertz. If it takes only one cycle per second, it is only 1 hertz. If it is 100 cycle, 100 hertz per second ka measurement. Am I clear? Fine. Remember this thing. We will see tomorrow the details about this thing. Now, coming to our subject is, as we said, Varnamala, Swaraha we have completed. Now coming towards Vyanjanani, consonants. Vyanjanani, consonants. We saw Swaraha were subdivided into 5 categories. Similarly, even Vyanjananis are divided into subcategories. I mean, total box has a subcategory. But this subcategory, every subcategory has a specific reason. Apart from that, every alphabet has its own local area transformer, jahan se urja, that frequency, after that energy, after touching your local area transformer, it is converted into sound. Like if I am pronouncing K. So it is still from my stomach, it is coming is only the energy part. And that energy, when I have to pronounce K, so it touches a particular local, activates the local area, the step down grid, and from that step down grid to the local area transformer, and from the local area transformer, it comes out of your mouth in the form of sound. That is the energy. Frequency. Every sound has a frequency. This is very important if you want to understand what is the importance of stotra and shlok and nam japam. You will realize that. Why it is important. And how it is important and how it is related to the right phonetics of the, यानी सही उच्चारण अगर करोगे तो ही वो frequency आपको मिलेगी. That is the importance. Now going ahead with our this thing, what we call it, consonants. The first subcategory coming under the consonant is Vyanjanani, that we said consonants. First category comes is Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga. On that the red angel. ये लाल परी है. Many of the people, because many of the teachers have taught that way, even in our schools also many teachers have taught, and they are yet teaching the same way, that this red angel has a sound. Actually, I will prove it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, the first part will be, I will prove you this red angel does not have any sound. But it is an alphabet. Why it is an alphabet? I will prove it tomorrow. Now, as far as this is concerned, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, and this Lal Pari. This red angel is related to this subcategory, which is the first alphabet? Ka. So the family, the surname of the family is Ka Varga. Ka Varga. So in Ka Varga, how many alphabets are there? 4 alphabet and 1 red angel. That red angel is related to Ka Varga, but it does not have a sound. ऐसे जो करते हैं, that is wrong, my dear friends. It does not have any sound. But there are some red angels which are having sound. We will see that later. Now, coming to this property, the local area transformer is throat, kanthavya. This is your local area transformer. तो ये जगह पे जब टच करता है, and after touching that energy is converted into sound, and accordingly you are hearing Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga. Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga. Now interesting is, if you observe closely, Ka, Rasva, short. Kha, Dirgha. Ga, Rasva. Gha, Dirgha. So every alternate is Rasva, Dirgha, Rasva, Dirgha. We saw the same pattern even in Svara. Rasva Dirgha, Rasva Dirgha. Here also the same pattern. Rasva Dirgha, Rasva Dirgha. Now in IAST, how this is represented? For example, K is represented by K. K. Dirgha. K. So KH. G. is G. Then what will be G? Obviously, you are all right. GH. And that red angel also has a IASP. And that IASP is N over dot. Over dot. N over dot. Am I clear? Now the second category is Ch, Ch, J, J. And that lal pari. Ch, Ch, J, J. The head of the family is Ch. So the surname of the family is Ch Varga. Now local area transformer is Talavya. Whenever I say Talavya, most of the people they get confused that is Talavya means the hard palate, the upper part above your tongue. No, that is the hard palate. Talavya in Sanskrit means the soft palate. Where is the soft palate? In your mouth. Open your mouth. Deep inside what you see a curvature. Behind your mouth the curvature. That is your Talavya. Soft palate. It is soft. So soft palate. This is hard. So that is hard palate. So Talavya is the soft palate. So यहाँ पे local area transformer है. How can we judge? Ka, kha, ga, ga. Yes. I could realize the vibration happening and made good. Cha, cha, ja, ja. I am not understanding. Okay, it will take some time. That requires a bit of meditation. And when you go into that meditation power, at that time you will understand none of your major organs are major active. Sure. Yes, there will be a movement over here because that energy is passing from here. But this is not the local area transformer. Cha is the Talavya, deep inside. From there it touches, the energy touch, and the sound that comes out of your mouth is Cha. Cha. Ja, Cha. Yani local area transformer. Similarly, the third category, now Cha. Let us see the this ISP. Cha, C, Cha, CH, Ja, J, Ja, JH, and that red angel, N, that curvature. N, that curvature. Fine? After that, Tau Varga. Tau Varga shows you Ta, Tha, Da, Da. Now, this red angel, it has a sound. But when the chance is given, at that time this red angel will have, it becomes an alphabet. जब भी उसको मौका मिलता है तभी ये अक्षर बनता है. What is that मौका? We will see. We will see that. वो देखेंगे हम बाद में. Don't worry. I will not leave anything incomplete, or I will not keep you all guessing. I will satisfy all the things. Now this particular, so first two red angels never have a chance to become an alphabet. They can never ever become an alphabet in Sanskrit. But this has a chance to become an alphabet. And what will be the sound? No. So ta, tha, da, da, na. Ta, tha, da, da, na. Whenever you are pronouncing this, the tip of your tongue or your tongue was touching your hard palate. So local area transformer is Murdhanya. That is Murdhanya. That is Talu. This is Murdhanya. Okay? Murdhanya means the hard palate. So whenever the tip of the tongue is touching your hard palate, it becomes ta, tha, da, da, na. Local area transformer. Without touching, can you pronounce? Not possible. If you pronounce without touching, it will become ta, tha, la, la, na. Means what? Ta, tha, da, da, na. That is the second category. After that, let us understand. Because the ta, the tip of the tongue is touching your hard palate, it has an under dot. Now you remember when it came to Uru, it had R under dot. Why? Uru. Whenever you are pronouncing Uru, the tongue is vibrating with your hard palate. Uru. That is the reason it has an under dot. So ta, tha, T under dot H, the D under dot, the DH, D under dot H, and Rna, N under dot, Rna, N under dot. Am I clear, my friends? Now coming to the fourth category, and that is the, na. This red angel has a chance to become an alphabet, like Rna. This also has a chance to become an alphabet, and that is Na. But here, in this category, it is red angel. It does not have a sound. But when it is given a chance, that is giving a chance, जब इसको मौका मिलता है तो मौका मिलेगा तभी ये अक्षर बनेगा, वरना ये लाल परी है. So let us, for convenience purpose, let us pronounce no. Whenever you are pronouncing this, the tip of the tongue was touching the backside of your teeth. Am I right? No. It was not touching your hard palate. Had it been hard palate, it would have been no. But this thing, no. The tip of the tongue is touching the backside of your teeth. That is the reason this alphabets or local area transformer is Dantabhya. Now, surprising, sir, my grandfather does not have any teeth. He does not have even a single teeth. Even then, he can pronounce no. How come? It is Dantabhya, na? But he's not having teeth. Dantabhya in Sanskrit means dental area. Dental area. That includes gums also. यानी मसूड़े भी उसमें मौजूद होते हैं. इसलिए दंतव्य यानी जो दांतों का पूरा विभाजन होता है, यानी मसूड़े, दांत सब मिलाकर, दोनों मिलाकर. So that is dantavya. Fine. Thereafter, let us understand the IAST. IAST is the same as what we saw in Tavarga. Like it was there in Tavarga. What we saw in Tavarga? The जो था D under dot. Under dot. Here it is without under dot. The same. T, no under dot. TH. The only D. The DH, no under dot. Because it is not touching the hard palate. And that N is just N. It is represented in IST as N. That is N. Clear? Thereafter, the last category, subcategory, is Pa, Pa, Ba, Bha. Here also this red angel has a chance to become an alphabet. And that is Ma. So Pa, Pa, Ba, Bha, Ma. Your lips are the local area transformer. If you don't move your lips, can you pronounce Pa, Pa, Ba, Ba, Ma? No. If you have to pronounce, you have to reach. That is the simple way because you can physically see them. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. There is a movement on your lip, and that movement is the local area transformer. That is your lips. That is called Ustavya. Ustavya. Am I clear, everybody? Am I clear? So IST is Pa, P, Pa, Dirgha, PH, Pa, D, Pa, obviously, you are right, PH, BH. And that, what we saw, M, is represented by M. Is represented by M. Am I clear, everybody? Now, we will, the topic is over here, ended. Before that, I would like to share something. See, you have to keep your mind open. What I have learned in school is a different thing. It took me a very long time to create this presentation. There is improvement every time, little bit of improvement, but the base of presentation is depending upon the research that was done. So what your research is, that research was totally, the whole pattern of our workshop is based on human language skill learning. Human language learning skills. इसके एक उदाहरण होते हैं. Like for example, whenever there is a vibration, if I say k, when I am pronouncing k, my ears are hearing k. It is passing the signal to my brain, and accordingly, my brain is able to give the instruction to my hands to write k. So there is a process. But if I mispronounce anything, will it give me the effects? It will not give you the effects. This is the general problem when it comes with दीर्घ and ह्रस्व. काफी लोग कहते हैं पहले वाली ई या बाद वाली ई. In Sanskrit, there shouldn't be any doubts, my dear friend. Why so? Because the whatever is written is pronounced, and whatever is pronounced is written. जो बोला जाता है वही लिखा जाता है, और जो लिखा जाता है वही बोला जाता है. There are no silent words, no hidden words. And second part, every alphabet is pronounced in Sanskrit. There is no rubbing away. यानी उसको किसके निकल नहीं जा सकते आप. आपको क्लियरिटी रखनी पड़ेगी. And that clarity will give you that effect. Now there are two ways. There are two set of people. One set of people, they want to learn Sanskrit to impress others. दूसरों को दिखावा करने के लिए they want to learn Sanskrit. And there is another set of people who wants to learn Sanskrit to understand that language for themselves. There are two categories. Both are right in their own way. I will compare both of them with the music. जाकिर हुसैन साहब को आपने कभी तबला बजाते हुए देखा है? Yes, great. He is no more. The India will be missing. The universe will be missing him. He's a wonderful tabla one. Yeah, Zakir Hussain sahab, Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan. Yani, whenever he plays the music, if you have seen a live concert or see it on the video also, he plays and he looks at the public. बजाते public के सामने देख. Public with wow star, very nice, very wonderful. धन्यवाद. ऐसे करके public के सामने देखते हैं. Similarly, Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji, Basuri Vadan. If you observe his concert, you will find it. He starts playing the flute for 5 minutes, more or less 10 minutes. He might be looking at the people when he's playing the flute. And after some time, his eyes are closed and he's playing the flute. And even the audience, their eyes are closed and they are enjoying the music. तो जो लोगों को संस्कृत दिखाने के लिए पढ़ना है वो तबला बजाएंगे. And those who want to understand Sanskritam for your own self, to impress your soul, आपकी आत्मा को खुश करने के लिए अगर संस्कृत सीख रहे हो तो वो बांसुरी वादन है. और बांसुरी में भी बहुत सारे रस है. ऐसे ही श्री कृष्ण जी ने हाथ में बांसुरी नहीं रखी. It was not only Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is the thing. The whole character of Sri Krishna, the total history of Sri Krishna itself is a life learning journey. So even what he was carrying, Basuri, has lot of meaning. Isn't it? With this, I will end today's lecture. But before that, I have to end with a prayer. And that end prayer, we will take it up. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Punattu Saviryam Karvavahe Tejas Vinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Here I end my YouTube journey. We will be meeting tomorrow. Please